I'm a Wood-Mizer technician. I'm going to show you how to remove and install the brush cap on the blade guide arm motor. Anytime that you get a new brush cap, it will be the whole, or brushes for the motor, it will be the whole end cap with the brush holders and springs, everything in one piece with wires. The two wires of the motor are attached here with two spade connectors. So if I was replacing this, I would take this tape off and pull this braided sleeve out and unplug it, and then I could take the cap off and put a new one on. So our first thing we're going to do here is take these bolts out. These bolts run full length of the motor and screw into the gearbox. It has two brushes directly opposing each other. And there's our brushes. We have a little thrust washer that goes down in the bottom. This is a current applications motor. Some of the older motors are very similar to it. So when you get a brush cap, this is what it looks like. The tricky thing is to get the brushes held apart from one another when you're reinstalling it and get it to slip over the armature there. Be sure that if you ever do take off the casing, that you remember which way the casing was facing, because the magnets are further towards this end than they are towards this end, and flipping it over will make the motor run in reverse. So we want to get these brushes back onto this. Now let's say we've replaced this already, and now we're going to put that on. Well, we've got to get these two brushes held back out of the way to be able to slip it over the commutator surface. So these springs right here holding on to the brushes, we can take those and remove them, set them up out of the way, and then we can slide our brushes into their hole, the sleeves. Make sure we don't lose our little thrust washer. And we can take the armature out of the casing. Also another thrust washer that goes inside here. Or it's just a flat washer actually. We'll set our armature up out of the way. And our cover. Now we'll take our armature and we'll put it into our socket. Work it down in there so the brushes are against the commutator surface. And then we'll put our springs back on. It's got a little hook on the end. It goes down into a little hole. Needle nose pliers are very handy for doing this, and then you can just swing the spring around and put it into that slot for the brush, and we'll do the other one same way. Right there against that brush. Now we can take our casing and put it back on. Again, we've got the magnets closer to the gearbox. You got to fight those magnets a little bit. And the little spline gear will just go right into the gearbox. Just twist it a little bit to get it to lock in. And now we're going to put our long bolts back in. This is where it gets a little tricky is you have to turn it back and forth a little bit until you find the hole, and then you get your bolt started. And there we go.